It was a cool, clear, beautiful, silent morning. We don't like riding in the dark. There are simply times and places that it's necessary.
We also don't like riding in the fog. It was pretty and got us closer to our first destination, which would serve us coffee. That makes the danger worth it. Oh yes, and we promised to meet some people, but you know, coffee.
As we approached Issaquah, we were greeted by a wonderful pre-dawn glow. Issaquah before 7 a.m. on a Saturday is a little spooky. We don't go through this town very often, and our standard landmarks don't stand out as well.
Which is why she missed the turn.
Bitch. The wrong turn really didn't matter though, because we were there very early, and we beat everyone else there.
Wrong again.
Bitch.
To be fair, I was also certain I would be first.
We were beaten by a stout lad by the name of Bruce. We ordered our drinks and made pleasant conversation.
Shell eventually left the comfort of the coffee shop to,
Damp out, the GPS mount was exposed.
Right! I spotted another spider pull up. I couldn't make out who it was. I saw Shell and the mystery rider shake hands. I was certain that I properly identified the rider.
Wrong. I had to introduce you to Pat.
Bitch!
We engaged in further pleasant conversation. And then the fifth and final member of our crew arrived. Steve settled in and we waited until the appointed hour. And we were off. The sun was shining, we'd had our hot drinks, and we were full of optimism. What could possibly go wrong? We'd forgotten about salmon days, so we had to take the detour. But we chose the wrong way, so we had to turn around. The detour confused the GPS, so we had to turn around again, which confused the GPS further, and we missed our first turn onto the twisties, which confused us, so we pulled over to consult maps. On the plus side, we found a new pretty road to go down, and we learned to check the route for community festivals.
And tough mutter runs.
Bitch. We covered some nice, twisty roads and some spectacular landscapes, framing the ever-majestic Mount Rainier, which stayed obstinately out of frame. The camera battery died about halfway to our first stop. After fueling up and switching the battery, we took a comfort break in Eatonville. And finally shot some footage of Mount Rainier.
To save on battery life, I tried remote activation of the camera, but I had issues.
Fortunately, there were no more hiccups with either the GPS or camera. The best twisties were in the second leg. The group really got into them. We were hungry and ready to eat. Sadly, the camera battery died 2 blocks away. Well, you know, and that lets me know something that I need to pay attention to when we schedule it in the spring, is make sure there's no festivals.
Yeah, no festivals going
that are
on.
gonna, or figure out a
Looks
better
like
place to
Diamond.
eat.
Looks like Black Diamond had one going on too there.
There's a Tough Mudder going on.
Huh?
There's a Tough Mudder out there, one of those races.
Running obstacle course kind of thing
Yeah.
with climbing walls and mud pits and
Oh.
Yeah, there's one of those going on today. It must be out there. And when I saw the sign, you know, that was pointing at parking, and I noticed it had the Tough Mudder logo. So,
Oh.
all right. So, do I need to wait for you to put that camera away, or what?
no, we can head in.
And here we see the whole point of the trip. I wanted cheeseburgers. They're one of the 4 food groups, you know. We'd been on the bikes 4 hours, 4 happy hours, but it was time to head home. We hit I-5 North, remembering lunch and the ride, with fondness. Steve waved goodbye at Lacey. Bruce gave his farewell in Tacoma. Pat bid adieu in Renton. Finally, the sign for our exit hove into view.